I've noticed that you're not that keen on joining in choruses and things. And that's a shame, because most of the songs that I do have got lots of bits for you to join in with. And as you can probably tell, I'm not from round here. I come from a little place up in the northeast of England, a little place called Seaham. And Seaham... Seaham is a little town on the coast of County Durham. And the only thing that you could do if you lived in Seaham was to go down the pit as a coal miner. All my family were coal miners. And so one of the things that I've done over the years is collect lots of coal mining type songs. And I'm going to start with one. It's an unusual song because it's kind of got a very jolly tune, but it's quite a serious song. It's about a man called Jim Elwood. Now I don't know if you know this, but certainly in County Durham, one of the most common pastimes of the County Durham miners was clog dancing, and I think that's why this has got quite a happy tune. It's got a kind of clog dancing tune, and they would dance for competitions. They would dance for a prize belt in the competitions, and this man Jim Elwood was a fantastic dancer. He won the competitions every year, but one of the qualifications to dance in the competition was that you had to be employed as a coal miner, and one year he lost his job at the age of 64. He reckoned that he still had lots of life left in him, but the company gave him the sack because they said he was too old to work, and that meant he couldn't dance anymore. Now, he says in the song that the only reason that he lost his job wasn't because he was too old to work, it was just because his hair had started to turn grey. So I do apologise to 95% of the fellas in here tonight. It's nothing personal, but it has got a wonderful chorus. All you sing is this. For 50 years I've worked in the pit, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and a man was done, they'd set him on the screens. But now today when my hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, they've told us I'm nae use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. Like this. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and a man was done, they'd set him on the screens. But now today, when my hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, they've told us I'm no use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. Have a try. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was done, that's on the... But now, when my hair, like with an old... Oh, you're not really into singing, are you, very much yet? I'll take it a little bit slower. The first little bit goes... For 50 years I've worked in the pit, and many's the change I've seen. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and a man was done, they'd set him on the screens. That's easy work. When I was young and a man was done, they'd set him on the screens. But now today, when me hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg. But now today, when me hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, they've told us I'm no use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. They've told us I'm no use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. Right, that's your last chance for practice. This is the song. And it starts off with a really nice northeastern greeting that goes, now then matters what fettle. And that means, now friends, how are you tonight? Now then matters what fettle. I hope I find you well. If you gather all around me now, a story I will tell. When I was young I used to be a miner like yourselves, but now today when my hair's turned grey, they've put me on the shelf. God. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and a man was done, they'd set him on the screens. But now today when my hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, they've told us I'm no use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. What do you do? Get out on the road and beg. Now my age it is just 64, and for work I've got no chance. The parties from the championships for the belt in me clogs to dance. They say that I am grown old, and for dancing I'm no use. And they've told us to hoy me clogs away and get into the hard workhouse. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and the man was done and set him on the screens. But now today, when the hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old back leg, the towel is on me, you send me mad. Get out on the road and beg. What do you do? Get out. So come on, you young fellas, take heed to what I say. Get out of the pits while you're young enough to make good your own way. For if you didn't, if you stay below, you'll awake to find one day you're all washed up and you're getting the push because your hair turned grey. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and the man was done, that set him on the screens. But now today, when my hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, the towel is on the use anymore. Get out on the road and beg. What do you do? Get out on the road. So now then, matters, what's that? I hope I find you well. If you gather all around me now, a story I will tell. When I was young, I used to be a miner like yourselves. But now today, when my hair's turned grey, they put me on the shelf. For 50 years I've worked in the pits, and many's the change I've seen. When I was young and the man was done, that set him on the screens. But now today, when my hair's turned grey, like a squatty with an old peg leg, the towel is on the use anymore. Get out on the road and beg.